Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, masters. Whenever you are ready, please open your hands and place on your eyes. Thank you all, masters, for this beautiful meditation. Welcome all of you. Thanks to our Guru, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Thanks to our Guru, Master Tarkam Saraidarya. Thanks to all the masters, whoever is helping us with all the wisdom. And thanks to all the masters, whoever is joining all these sessions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome to the 13th day of Karma Consciousness, Season 2. Let me share my screen. Okay, masters, let us understand more on karma. So there is a core karma. Okay, so there are two divisions of karma. So one is what we already know, cause and effect. The effect of each and every one of our lives. So through each and every life, we create more and more karma and we clear them again, right? The other is the karma of the Lord, karma of the source, and the creation. So it has its own purpose, right? So the source which has created all of us, the whole existence, has some purpose. So that is another part of this karma. So the purpose of each and everything, all the creation is to experience something beautiful, something wonderful, right? So on that purpose only, we are all being given a chance to evolve like the same source, to become like the source again, to become like the same the Almighty, the whole, right? So that is the ultimate purpose. So the Lord has a purpose, and everything that is against that purpose is destined to vanish sooner or later. So when we started our lives, so obviously we have to learn so many things and we have to evolve, right? So we do so many wrong things. So which is not aligned to the purpose, to the whole, to the beauty of the whole nature, whole existence, whole creation will be lost. Okay. So this karma is related to our spirits basically. So we have to make sure that we are aligning towards that laws, whatever are there. Law of karma, law of beauty, law of light. So we should be acting harmoniously with all the existing natural laws. So through our evolution, through our progress, we learn all these things. We do karma and we create effects. So we come back to clear those effects. So this is nothing but again, effect is a cleansing process. So whatever the mess we have created, we have to come back and clean it. We have to purify it. We have to purify ourselves. So it is nothing but a cleansing process. So we may be thinking that we are going through so much of difficulties, so many situations, right? So all that is nothing but a cleansing process. Through pain, we gain a lot, masters. We think that pain is actually causing us more trouble. It is making us struggle a lot. But actually, those pains are there to bring out the inner strength outside. We all have that inner strength, but we forget that we have that inner strength. So the purpose of all these acts is to bring out the best out of us, to make us align towards the whole existence. And Master is telling this dual karma exists in man himself. So in each and every one of us have that core karma, right? Because we are from the same source. So we all have that actually. So his core represents the Lord's karma, but anything other than the core creates earthly karma. So as long as we don't ascend to the next level, as long as we align ourselves towards the light, towards the beauty, towards the natural laws, we create karma, which is against the purpose. So as long as we're creating more and more karma, which is causing so many imbalances, so much disturbances in the existence, in the world, we have to come back and clear those imbalances. We have to bring them back to balance. And so we were talking about this etheric plane, mental plane, emotional plane, right? So we have this within us. It's not that something somewhere else is there. Okay, we have total 7 bodies, masters. In that, this etheric body is there, mental body, and we have emotions, right? So these are all things that we are creating ourselves. So how we are creating our bodies? So each and everyone will be having a different mindset, different kind of emotions, different physical abilities, different mental abilities, right? So how it is happening? So who is helping all these different people create different bodies? So nobody is creating for us, masters. We are only creating with our actions, with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our emotions. With the way we think, we create our mental bodies. With the way we feel, with the way we project, we are creating our emotional bodies. And the way we do physical acts, we are creating our physical bodies. So there is no one to blame actually. We may be thinking that why I was given this kind of unhealthy body. Somebody might be going through so much difficulties, health issues. So why that kind of life? So we may be struggling. We may be scolding ourselves and scolding everyone also. Why this kind of life? Why this kind of body given? Why I was not given health? Or why I don't have a right mindset? Why I'm struggling with so many thoughts? So everything, we are only responsible, masters. Nobody is responsible. The way we are living in this life helps the future life. So the way we are living today will help us to create the respective futuristic bodies in the coming lives. We already learned, right? We are creating our future in the current moment, in the present moment. Similarly, from the present life, whatever the way of thoughts we are developing, whatever the way we do our acts in this physical life, and how we are speaking, how we are feeling, how we are emoting, depending upon all this summation, the futuristic bodies will be generated. We only create our minds, we only create our bodies, we only create our emotion body, everything, masters. So all the 7 bodies reflects us only, what we are actually. So when we are taking a birth again, how we left the body in this lifetime, depending upon our growth, our evolution, the same level will be continued in the next life. So we have to make sure that we are living in a righteous way when we are leaving the body here. If our thoughts are not good, if our feelings are not good, if our emotions are not good, if our actions are not good, they are not aligned towards the beauty, towards the love, towards light, then it is our responsibility to make them right, at least from now onwards. So that at least some cleansing will happen in this lifetime itself. At least that seeding should be there in this lifetime so that you can sprout out of it, or you can become like a tree in the next lifetime. So we already learned, right? The more we give our focus, the more we give our attention towards the righteous things, towards the beautiful things, towards the great things, automatically the cleansing happens within us. The more beautiful thoughts you think, the more beautiful you become. The more loving you become, thinking becomes, the more loving you become. It is no one that is imprinting all these things within us, master, upon us. It is our own responsibility to make sure that, of course, life gives us so many chances, so many situations, so many struggles, so many various different kind of environments where we will be sometimes feel happy, where sometimes we feel very uh, losing ourselves or breaking ourselves. But each and every time, each and every moment, it is our own choice to which we will be sticking on towards the lower level mindset, towards the lower level emotions, or towards the higher level mindset and towards higher level emotions. So each and every time, whenever we are feeling low, we should immediately able to realize that it is not the right way to be with lowest level of feelings. And we should go into the nature immediately to have a immediate relief, so that our mindset changes immediately. We get some relaxation so that we can again focus upon something better, rather thinking about the same old thinking and feeling about it. So we are creating our own bodies, masters. So the same way we create our life, we create our bodies as well. Our emotions, our mental bodies, everything. So if that is what, to have a healthy, dynamic body which has great endurance and energy, we must harmonize all our activities with the common good, with the common interest, and not allow any action which is based on self-interest, greed, hatred, and exploitation. So we have to make sure that all our actions, words, deeds, everything is aligned towards the righteousness, towards the beauty, towards the light, towards harmony, towards peace, which will be uplifting. Then we can have a better better life in the future, if not now. So a life lived upon these principles will control the fires of the body, mind, and spirit and create the ideal man. So we are creating our future in the present moment. So the life you live in the three planes builds your future bodies and decides the field where you can best serve humanity. So we need to cleanse. We need to cleanse all our these three planes continuously, each and every time, each and every day, so that we become more pure and purer. So that at least, if not in this lifetime, in the future lifetimes, we will have some great life. In this lifetime itself, we can have it if we put that effort. So we are only building everything for ourselves, masters. No one is causing anything for us. Everybody is there to ignite us. We think that they are there to cause us trouble, suffering, all these things. This is just the mind act. But we need to go beyond mind so that we'll be able to understand it is an opportunity. Yeah, and consciousness and karma. So we know about this consciousness. So consciousness is nothing but everything that is there is consciousness. It varies at different levels. So in this physical world, if you see what are the materialistic things we are seeing, those are also having consciousness. They have certain level of consciousness. So there is nothing that exists without consciousness. So when we leave our bodies, the consciousness that we have attained through our actions, feelings, emotions, deeds, everything will be there. We have certain level of consciousness, right? So that will be carried over, as we already learned during our all the sessions. So nothing will be lost. So whatever we gained, whatever we learned, everything will be carried forward. So when we take another life, the same level of consciousness will be coming with when we take another life. Okay. So again, Master is asking a question. So if this consciousness remains the same, then why is it that one cannot remember his past life when he reincarnates? Because we are telling that it's the same consciousness. With whatever the consciousness you left your body, you come back with the same consciousness. So if the consciousness is same, if you are having that, why you are not able to remember your past lives? So teacher says that one can remember only when the 7 etheric centers in the head are kindled. So we have these 7 centers within us, right? Chakras. So we need to transcend all of them. We need to be balanced in all of them. We should open all these chakras. So we should have a, as we already learned in our previous sessions, until unless we attain certain level of awareness, we will not be able to cross this mental plane and the emotional plane. We just get stuck there. We don't learn anything and we come back as is how we left our bodies in the previous lifetime. Right? The similar concept as well here itself. So unless otherwise we raise our awareness, we raise our consciousness to certain level that is aligned with the purpose, aligned with the higher purpose, we will not be able to remember our past lives. So those will be stored within us as impressions. So if you have certain people, we can see that few people having this ability, they will be able to see their past lives. They will be able to remember their past lives. Some will be having that inbuilt ability, whereas some through certain tools or through some meditation. Most of the people through meditation, they realize their past lives and they will understand their purpose also. So there are so many people who are realizing their purpose of life, why they are here, what they are here for. Once they realize, that's all, they start their work. Until we realize ourselves, we keep doing something else in our lives. We don't know whether it is aligned to our life purpose or not also. So again, this is another aspect. It is easier to carry up to the subtle planes our earthly consciousness. So when we are leaving from earth, to the higher planes, to the next level planes, because those are all subtle planes, right? There is no matter. Okay. Only the earth plane, it is a materialistic plane, it is denser. But when we move to the higher level planes, they become lighter actually. Okay. So you'll be able to carry the consciousness easily. But when you come down again, because it is denser plane, it is with matter and flesh, right? So it is a solid matters here. So we also seem like a solid matters, but we are energy, right? Everything is energy basically. Okay. So since when we come down, we have to come down to the lowest level of energies. It is not possible to that consciousness, whatever is there, as we already mentioned, we should be having attained certain level of awareness, certain level of consciousness to remember our past lives and certain conscious levels. So that is what Master is telling. The reason is that as we go to the subtle planes, we have more freedom from matter and flesh. But as we go down, our consciousness mixes with matter and flesh, and the recordings do not keep their clarity and purity. So we have that everything in our mind, in our subconscious, but we will not be able to recollect them. So for that, we need to raise our awareness levels, our conscious levels. So the unification of consciousness is achieved only when the human soul enables himself to work on the intuitional plane. So intuition, we all know about intuition. It is not that every time intuition awakens for everyone. Unless otherwise you attain certain level of awareness, consciousness, intuition will not be awakened. Okay, so once we start awakening all our intuitions, everything, then slowly we'll be able to recollect things. And Master is telling the human soul realizes that his field of consciousness throughout the ages was nothing else but his own sphere of light. Depending upon how much we learned, how much we progressed in all our lives, we attained certain kind of consciousness. Suppose consciousness, there are suppose 100 levels are there. We may be at level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, right? So that is nothing but our own sphere of light, our own light that we have achieved so far. And this is one more important thing. On the intuitional plane, this sphere of light is no longer called the consciousness, but the field of awareness. So the awareness, whatever we are calling, is nothing but the consciousness level that we achieved. So our awareness is depending upon our consciousness. So how much our consciousness we are attaining, that much of awareness we will be having. Yeah. Again, this is one more important, very tricky one. The difference between consciousness and awareness is that consciousness is duality. It is created by the intelligence ray of the inner guide and the human soul. So Master is telling here consciousness is duality. So duality means here in the physical world, in the materialistic world, consciousness exhibits itself as a duality. Because with the dual nature only, we'll be able to understand, okay, this is different, I am different. So we're all in this duality only. So because of this duality only, we are able to distinguish things like, okay, this is that, this is light, this is chair, this is sofa. So we're able to distinguish things, right? So because of the dual nature only, we are able to identify things differently. That's why Master is telling consciousness is duality here in the materialistic world. But consciousness is not duality, Masters. Consciousness is there, everything. Everything is there, whatever is there is consciousness. So it exists as a oneness and it exists as a duality as well. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So seems there is some fluctuation in the network, so we got lost actually. I'm not sure how far you are able to hear me.
Now it should be fine.
It's perfect now.
Okay. How long you are actually not able to hear to me? Is it just 1 minute?
Minutes or so.
Less than a minute.
Okay. Okay.
Less than a minute, yeah.
Okay. Fine, Master. Anyway, it is almost 10 o'clock, so let us wrap up the session today. Sorry about that. Thank you all for joining the session. So if you have any questions or anything you want to share, you can share, Masters. Not sure, there is some drop in the network, so something lost in the middle. Okay, Masters, if nothing else is there, yeah. Thank you all once again for joining. We'll continue tomorrow again. Happy night, all of you.
Thank you, Master. Thank you.
Happy night, Shivratri.
Yeah, Shubharatri. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad.
Good night. Shubhratri.
Yeah, happy night, all of you, Master.